My question to you is that today Sanskrit is losing its essence and students are not much interested in studying Sanskrit because they find it boring. So what will be the after effects of this?
See, the point is, this question is not about finding Sanskrit boring. This question is about a few mental barriers before that. One is that it is associated with a certain caste. Unfortunately, that's what people assume. Second is that the moment you speak of Sanskrit and you wish to make it more public or you wish to make it more accessible to people, unfortunately, it is given the term saffronization. If in India you can't speak of making Sanskrit more widely accessible and more widely readable and more people speaking that language, in which country can you do that? In Germany? Which country will you do that? So that's a question that people have to start asking. I don't believe Sanskrit is a dead language because Sanskrit manages to make its presence felt through Malayalam, through Telugu, through Kannada, through Hindi. So as far as I'm concerned, you can try your best or your worst and you will never be able to kill this language. It is impossible. It's not going to happen. It will manage to keep itself alive in one way or the other because that is the natural evolution of languages and that is the organic evolution of languages. You will be going against science if you try to kill a language. Okay, it will find multiple ways of coming about. But the most important thing, which I think your question intends but does not necessarily capture, is this. Why is Sanskrit not popular? That's the question. I have always believed one or two things. Pop culture is a fantastic medium. And unfortunately, when you look at Bollywood, it has been accepted for God knows what reason that you cannot compose a love tune without the use of Urdu. When that has become the accepted position, where even Hindi is not acceptable and that there must be a heavy proportion of Urdu. I have nothing against Urdu as a language. I'm simply saying that tomorrow if Punjabi becomes the dominant language for songs in Bollywood, even then there's a problem. So as far as I'm concerned, monopoly of any particular language over the popular medium is a problem. Perhaps we need to revisit the ways in which we decide to project and package that particular language. But you should not think of it as a hot plate of food. It would be stupid on our part to directly put our fingers at the center of the plate when you know for a fact that this is a hot potato. Start by making Sanskrit and allied subjects worth pursuing for the purposes of livelihood in one way or the other. And that starts with Indianization of school curricula, which still follows the Western curriculum, according to me. So if you were to address that particular issue, then perhaps you will at least create a situation where people are open to learning Sanskrit on their own without you having to push it. It's always better to have a pull than a push.